Sitting in your car and talking about religion seems to be popular on YouTube.
What motivates outspoken atheists?
Choose Jesus, who loves a pencil, is back in his car asking atheists some questions. So let's see if we can help him out. Hello, I'm the Skeptic. I watch videos on YouTube that make extraordinary claims, whether that's evolution is fake or atheism is wrong, but mostly the claim that a god is real, and then explain why I don't accept their position. Before we start today's video, hit the like, the subscribe and the bell. That would be fantastic. And a super thanks to those that hit super thanks over the last few videos. Chris Mountainay and Antoine. Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe bestows leaves upon you. Back in 2021, I made a video where I answered some pretty ridiculous questions for atheists, where this guy made fun of atheists with his pencil. Well, now he's back with some more questions.
Hello, friends. I want to talk to atheists. I want to ask you guys, you know how you mock us Christians?
Firstly, great shave. As a stubble wearer myself, I'm liking the look. But I'm not sure atheists mock Christians. It could be a mocking of the belief, but not of the person or people. I have some believers in my life who mean a lot to me, and I would never mock them. I do, however, think that the way they've concluded the existence of a god is a little ridiculous.
For believing in God, Satan, the spiritual world, and you always want to debate us or come to our channels and laugh at us, tell us how stupid we are.
Again, I don't think you are stupid. I think the means in which you've reached your belief is a little questionable.
Ask yourself this. How come you're never going to satanic channels that believe in Satan?
I mean, if there are genuinely channels out there that think there is an actual Satan, point me their way. I'd love to see a video on that. The thing is that most people that worship Satan don't actually believe there is a horned dude that lives below the earth and is waiting to drink tequila with you and party with evil dictators that have long passed. It seems to me that satanic worship is done with a hint of irony because it's just a bit funny.
Not the ones that are just, saying, oh, Satan just means rebellion. No. I'm talking about the theistic Satanists, the ones that literally believe Satan is real and they believe in the spiritual world.
Well, in that case, I'm already doing that. Here. Because you just said you believed in Satan.
You mock us Christians for believing in God, Satan, the spiritual world.
You see, it tends to only be folks that believe in a god that also believe in a Satan, so whoops.
How come you're never mocking them going on their channels? What about witchcraft channels or the people that do seances?
Whoa. Where are these channels? I'd love to see a seance and see if things do happen or if it could quite possibly be explained by natural means.
There's a bunch of YouTube channels on this stuff. You guys are never there,
But you are? Why aren't you making videos saying why all that is silly to you? Because you probably don't believe that witchcraft is real or that seances are real. Why is it only atheists that concern you? To be fair, you'd be better trying to convince someone that already believes in something supernatural, that your supernatural thing is more true than their supernatural thing. Or maybe doing that could expose why your supernatural thing is equally as likely to not be real as their supernatural thing.
I check them out sometimes. You guys are never there making fun of them for believing this stuff.
Are you there because you're questioning your own beliefs? Or are you mocking their beliefs too?
Why is it only Christian channels you guys are going to?
I don't know if you know this, but there are a number of channels dedicated to Muslim belief structures and how silly some of what they say is. I can suggest 3 immediately. Apostate Aladdin, Infidel Noodle, and Apostate Prophet. If you're American, as I would say the majority of atheist channels are, heck, I'm a British atheist living in America, you're going to be surrounded by some form of Christianity. So that's what you know.
Don't you want to make fun of people that genuinely believe in Satan?
Well, no, but their beliefs, yes. Probably as much as you would like to mock my belief in Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe, leaf be upon her.
That are speaking to the dead,
I'm hoping that was a new, unrelated thing, because is it just people that believe in Satan that speak to the dead? I know a pink-haired lady that thinks she speaks to the dead by going up to heaven.
I'm a spokesperson for heaven. I've been there.
Yeah, right.
Doing the Ouija board or seances or witchcraft, casting spells on people, many more other things dealing with the spiritual world, but it's only Christianity. Ask yourself why.
Well, I think I gave a fairly valid reason, so we're good. We're good.
Is it perhaps something spiritual happening that's guiding you towards, Christian channels to go make fun of them?
I mean, you'd have to be clear with what you mean by spiritual. I don't think so. I just think that when I type in the word atheist on the YouTube search bar, the majority of anti-atheist content is from Christians of some denomination.
See, I believe it's unclean spirits all around us, and you guys are being influenced by it.
Okay, that's what you believe. How could you demonstrate it to be the case? And just listen to what you just said. A theist who believes in spirits and the spiritual realm thinks that these undemonstrated ghost folk are trying to convince non-believers to talk to people who believe in spectres and convince them that there are no dead people coming back as visions. 'Tis but a little silly.
Because if your life is not grounded on the rock, solid rock, which is Lord Jesus, this world will it'll guide you towards any direction it wants to.
Oh dear. You were doing so well with coherent sentences. And then you said that, and I have no idea what you mean. This is something I need to do for the Book of Lisa. Just say random sentences and then, once everyone is confused, get folks to say, "Leaf be upon her," and donate all their money to the Cave of the Sahara.
Without you being aware of it. You think you're aware, but you're not aware of this, that you're being influenced by demons.
Again, if demons were real, I wouldn't think it would be on a demon's agenda to get folks to not believe in demons. And you all wonder why your beliefs are quote-unquote mocked.
Like I used to be influenced when I was atheist, agnostic, very demonic.
Hang on! You were an atheist and you were influenced by demons? This is a whole other kettle of fish. But obviously the fish that weren't used to feed the 5,000 people. You could change everything just by demonstrating you were influenced by demons.
So yeah, I would like to see you guys more in those channels. Go make fun of the theistic Satanist and, all the witches and pagans, the people talking to the dead, the psychics, the people doing seances. Go make fun of them. Go mock them because they believe in the spiritual world.
Well, it seems that you believe in the spiritual world, so I guess I'm already there. But seriously, if you had some links, sir, I'd gladly take a look.
They believe in Satan. We should be laughing at them too, right? Right?
Well, that was short. And to really get our money's worth, I looked at Choose Jesus' previous video, which is called Atheist Randomness. It actually seemed pretty fun.
What if atheists hate religion so they can live without shame?
No. I live without shame because I don't do anything shameful. It's nothing to do with religion. And I don't hate religion. I hate the way folks are brainwashed into accepting things as truth for really bad reasons.
If a person doesn't think there is a God to be accountable to, then what's the point of trying to modify your behavior to keep it within acceptable ranges? Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer, cannibal, atheist.
Selfishly, for the safety of your own place in the human society. That one's actually pretty easy. But on a grander scale, for the well-being of the human species as a whole. If it was deemed acceptable for people to just kill each other, then it wouldn't take long for the species to be gone.
Atheists war on the unborn and Christians. Because the unborn can't fight back, and Christians are expected not to.
There's a baby war, but that's the first I heard of it.
Adoption over abortion.
I'm not sure how that's related to atheism, but neither of us are equipped, as I'm assuming you don't own a uterus, to have this discussion. What folks do with their body is up to them. If they don't consent to having anything using their body to grow, then that's their choice.
Cell phones without batteries are useless. Guitars without strings are useless. Life without God is useless.
Cell phones are demonstrable. So, yes, we understand the basics of how cell phones work. No battery would indeed be useless if you were using it to make a call. Guitars, also demonstrable, don't always have strings, so it depends on what you're using it for. Now, God isn't demonstrable, so sorry.
If it's not a human being, then why are you harvesting organs from it?
I'm not even sure on the context of this one, so I'm utterly confused.
Why do atheists think a godless society is the answer, when more people died under godless communism than any other society?
Did they really? News to me. You'd have to get the statistics for that. We need data to back up that assertion. Just seeing a picture of Fry from Futurama doesn't make it true.
Imagine fitting the entire universe in one glass jar. Looking inside this jar, you would see a jar full of magic. Oddly, the unbelievers will tell you there is no magician. Absurdity.
You wouldn't see a glass full of magic, though. You'd see a glass full of universe. So stop trying to play word games. It's just plain silly.
I don't have enough faith to believe that.
I don't know what I'd need to believe that the current universe could fit in a jar, but making up hypothetical situations to then make a point isn't actually how you make a point.
Atheists don't hate fairies, leprechauns, or unicorns because they don't exist. It is impossible to hate something that doesn't exist. Atheists hate God because he does exist.
Well, thanks for the misrepresentation. I don't think the majority of atheists hate God. They may hate the concept because of what it does to folks, but they're actually just not convinced it does exist. If believing in leprechauns meant folks owned people as slaves to hunt for rainbow treasure, or that not believing in unicorns meant that you had to spend an eternity being stabbed in the butthole by the sharpest unicorn horn ever, then those concepts would probably receive the same response.
Atheists, they actually believe nothing made this thing.
Made? No. Nothing? No. Stop assuming you know what atheists think and just ask an atheist.
A little science takes you away from God. More of it brings you closer to God.
I don't think these are the gotchas you think they are. That's just a quote from someone that believes. How does it demonstrate truth?
What if I told you there is no evidence for atheism?
You'd be correct, because there doesn't need to be. It's the rejection of a claim. You don't need evidence to do that. That's actually a really simple one.
If atheism saw itself simply as one religious option among many, there would be no problem. Atheism, however, has a disturbing tendency to see itself as the only true faith and demands that everyone conform to its beliefs.
That's not what atheism is, at all. There's no faith in atheism. There's no belief, and that's the point. So that was one of the dumbest memes I've ever seen.
A major turning point for me was the realization that more people were killed in the last century through atheist attempts to stamp out religion than were killed by all other religions combined.
Again, I'd need to see data on that. Just saying it doesn't make it true. Memes and weird assertions clearly don't cement a position. I don't attack Satanist channels because I don't think they actually believe in Satan. And the memes were a really poor attempt to strawman, but I'm sorry, they just didn't work. How would you have responded to these? Let me know in the section below. I'm going to skeptic Satanists as being okay in my book. A big thank you to this month's ticks on Patreon, MISM, Addy Rockart, the Enixes, Travis, Elizabeth, and the absolute lunatic Jimmy, as well as all the base ticks. You can become a supporter on Patreon too, at patreon.com/theskeptic. The link is in the description, along with links to all my other socials. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. From me, the Skeptic, stay safe. Keep thinking logically and ask questions. Skepticism is the first step towards truth. See you next Saturday.